It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And we've got the Panthers' veteran running back closing in on 1,000 yards rushing on the year. It's the Panthers and the Broncos, and it comes your way next.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Russell Wilson, 11th season in the league. First, of course, with Denver after a high-profile trade this offseason that saw him dealt from Seattle.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now a Carolina native, former Tar Heel, it's Javonte Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Wilson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Williams. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. Williams again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Gordon will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Is this a touchdown? That's the question, CD. What are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. They run. It's Williams. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be led by their 5'11" quarterback, and a mobile one at that. From Temple, it's P.J. Walker.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Foreman. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Foreman. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
This is fielded at the 27. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow him to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get him into the end. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 91 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against 2nd to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing, because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love. Walker hit and the ball is out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Walker from the gun on third down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Baron Browning in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 35-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now Gordon on first down. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to be marked out just outside the 10.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield and fell incomplete.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by McManus is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Walker. He gets it to Thomas. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6 for the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Fielded just inside the 20. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On 2nd down, Williams able to slither by. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But you've got to do it in your own backfield. I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 27. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Working with 2nd and 5 now. On the option, it'll be Wilson. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Wilson, he's going to keep it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there. And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because...
Touchdown, Broncos! Greg Dulcich, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Foreman. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Working with a 2nd and 3. There's Wilson to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Walker now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Walker. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A carry for Foreman. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This is taken at the 15. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. Now they're into their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Play action. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brent, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Off the play fake, Walker. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
DJ Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Walker. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Walker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Taken in at the 22. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll get this one up to make it 39 here. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On third down, here's Williams. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is into the end zone, fronted for touchdown. Cortland Sutton. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Carolina offense about ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Foreman. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multi-dimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. On 2nd and 9, Walker. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Foreman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Walker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down now, Foreman. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Juke, and he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Right back to him on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Rolling to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Shifts by him. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown!
Ray Dulcich.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touch.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spend in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Corral with it on first down.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That would have broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down. Here's Corral with it.
And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Corral. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
Here's Corral on first down.
For Marshall, that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them. gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Now Corral. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Damian Wilson in on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams powering forward. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run. This is Williams. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Williams will try again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 6-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. McManus's point after is good, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Corral. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Corral's throw pulled in by Marshall. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On first down, it's Corral. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Denver, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.